Hey Mimos, welcome to Mere Minutes. And guess what? This show is 100% gluten-free now. Guess what I made this week? A TARDIS. I think you probably already knew that. That was a huge project. That's why I didn't have a Mere Minutes last week, because I knew I had to get a head start on this project because I was gonna have jury duty. I was assigned for jury duty yesterday, Friday. And so I knew I had to get everything done, the plans, the video, the project, by Thursday and have it uploaded and ready to go by Friday. But as it turns out, I got lucky because you call them the day before at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And you ask them if, well, it's automated. And they tell you if they need you or not. And they said, we don't want you serving on our jury. So I'm off for a couple of years. So that was good news. It gave me all of Friday morning to get things done. I started designing that a week ago Friday, and then I started building it on Saturday, a week ago on Saturday, and it took me a real 6 days of work to put that together. Building it is really not that difficult. Some people were surprised that the video was, only 8 minutes long. It was probably only like 6.5 minus the intro and outro stuff. But really, if you took that project and made it smaller, you wouldn't be surprised that the video was that short, because it's just about making bunches of squares in boxes. The most common question I got asked on YouTube was, well, now what are you gonna do with it? So I haven't thought that far in advance. So the biggest thing for me is I gotta figure out where I'm going to store it. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room, but I'll need, probably this much space for the panels. Well, and then I've got the roof and the base. So I'm not sure where I'm going to store that yet, but I like that I could take it apart. What I want to do, I hope maybe tomorrow I'll get a chance to start moving it around, taking pictures of it in different places. I think that will be pretty fun. But tonight is the new episode of Doctor Who. The new season starts tonight. The Whovians are just such a great bunch of people who are always willing to help, and I had all sorts of advice and tips on how to make a TARDIS. And then of course Chris Martin, who printed the signs for me, well, he cut them. They're vinyl cutout signs, and then he put them on plexiglass, and that was amazing. I want to catch up on a couple of things. First of all, look what I got. You know what that is? That's handmade paper with a note on it. And this is from Nick Ferry. Nick Ferry made a video about making paper, which was really cool. And you know what the secret ingredient is to making paper? Paper. But that was really cool. I used to make paper too. I used to make it out of papyrus. We had big papyrus plants near my pond, and I would take it and smash them together. And actually, I think I still have a little bit of it. Let me see if I can find that piece. There it is. That's what papyrus looks like. Whoops. This is about all I have left of it. I don't know what I did with them all, but Wyatt drew a picture on there when he was real little, maybe 6 years old, 7 years old, a little guy and a balloon. Well, it's at a roller coaster. He's at a theme park, of course, because Wyatt used to draw nothing but roller coasters. Oh, and I want to thank Sawyer Grant. Sawyer, isn't that that's the coolest name for somebody who's a woodworker? He's 14 years old, and I've talked about him before, but he sent me this clamp. This is a right angle clamp, and that was pretty cool. It's for making good miters. But that was really nice. I also got a letter from his mom, and his mom, if you're listening to this, send me an email, okay? I got a question to ask you. But anyways, thanks Sawyer. Keep woodworking. That was really cool. And you shouldn't have done that. You should have kept this for yourself. My shop is a mess. It is a complete mess right now. That's why I'm shooting from this angle, so you can't really see my shop. Oh, and I want to thank Felipe from Brazil, who was visiting the Bay Area. He was visiting San Francisco, and he was going to stop by the shop, but my schedule was just kind of crazy, and so that didn't work out. But he brought this along, and he mailed this to me, and this is just, it's beautiful. In fact, I think I may make one of these as a video project. This is let me find my phone. It's a phone stand, you can put your phone on there like that, and it's really cool. He's got even a little cutout here for the charger, can go on there. I think it's a beautiful piece of workmanship. So Felipe, thanks. I'm gonna get back with you and see if I can make one of these for the show. Check this out. This is a huge chunk of walnut from North Carolina, I believe is where that's from. This, Jeff, I think it was Jeff, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, but it seems to be it was Jeff, came by. He was also visiting the Bay Area and stopped by the shop, and he brought with him all the way from North Carolina these 2 huge chunks of walnut for me to do something with. That was pretty amazing. So it was really nice meeting you and your wife. Man, this shop is a mess. We're gonna go see the new Sin City movie tomorrow. You know, the sequel, the first one was just Sin City, and I didn't see it when it came out. We just saw it last week on Netflix or Amazon or something, and wow, it was really cool. I really liked the whole art direction of that. And Robert Rodriguez directed it. Robert Rodriguez is one of my favorite directors who directed Machete. Remember me talking to you about Machete Kills? Oh, and also as a heads up, sometime in September, there's gonna be a new Woodworking for Mere Mortals website. It's been in the works for a long time, which is why I haven't been really updating my current website very much. I'm just kind of posting, I'm in autopilot mode on this until the new one. But I think once the new site gets online, you're gonna like it. Oh, and I've got one other thing I want to do, just because so many people have nominated me for this. Oh, that's cool.